evening. I want to sincerely say thank you so much to everybody that checked out my last video. I'm so happy you guys like the concept. I like the concept. The incredible feedback from everybody just completely made my entire day. So I really just want to say thank you for watching. And with all the feedback on social media, you guys have requested that I continue this what if series and make it into a series. It wasn't actually originally going to be a series, but I have a lot of what ifs in my brain, so also let me know in the comments below what are the what ifs in your brain at maybe 2 a.m. in the morning. Snow White were riddled with poison and evil. And the evil queen were actually a good queen. As always, all the questions will be listed. No, all the products I use should be listed somewhere around the video. Also, please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to turn that notification bell on. People got notifications last video. Oh my god. Confetti. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to ask me in the comments below. Now I, myself, do not like apples at all. I like apple juice, but I do not like... So coming up with a fairy tale concept based around an apple that's poisoning you shouldn't be too horrible of a challenge. A challenge, but not a challenge and a half. So the concept is, what if Snow White did take a bite out of a poisonous apple at some point in her life, but instead of the poisonous apple poisoning her, she herself became the poison. Bitter and angry at the world for someone trying to poison her in the first place, turned her into an evil villain seeking revenge on everyone. I just came up with that 2 seconds ago. Let's run with it. Assuming that Snow White's features white as snow, she's still going to be pale, even though she's poisoned. Possibly more pale from being poisoned. Whole dead thing and all. I'm first going to take an alcohol palette and stipple on the base colors. Apparently stippling is my new favorite thing. I'm going to be sticking 2 very pale tones, not that one. Well, not yet, maybe later. I'm gonna be sticking 2 pale tones, these, and then maybe this guy in there too, but I'm just going to dab them on. I'm then going to take a sponge like this and tear little holes out of the bottom of it. That way we can get a more varied pattern throughout the entire stippling process. When I myself picture poison, I usually picture the color green. I think this is pretty standard for most people. Maybe some people might picture purple or black, but green is what comes to my mind first. With that being said, we're going to go more towards the olive tones in this alcohol-based palette, and I'm going to stipple that on my skin as well, adding more alcohol because I don't want it to be extremely green, greenish. Poison. I'm also going to be layering in ghastly and dead flesh throughout the entire thing. That way it's more like, you know, like a layer of cheesy fries. It's better not to just have the green on top, better not just to have the cheese on top of the fries. You want the cheesy fries layered. Layered with cheese. Fries, cheese. I'm also going to deepen up certain areas such as the inner part of my eye sockets as well as the dips of my collarbone. I'm also assuming that chances are the poison would have thinned her out, so we're going to continue to sink in our rib cage as well as make our shoulders a little thinner looking, more bony, like that, you know? Using vein tone and then going to stipple that throughout the entire body as well. Now the thing is with vein tone, and actually various vein tones that we're going to be doing, is I want her to be very veiny. Like all the veins are just coming right up because they're just filled with the poison. Now in addition to vein tone, I'm also going to bring in a more purpley tone for veins as well. I'm going to do this very lightly. Now one thing I definitely want to include is the source of where the poison is coming from, which would be from her mouth, like this. And because that is the source, I'm going to go a little more intense with the strain of poison colors. Continuing to use my alcohol-based palettes, I'm going to stipple on some yellow coming from my mouth and then fading into more of a lime green towards the center. I'm then going to stipple in a little bit of purple and a little bit of red more towards the center. Now before I continue on to the actual detailed veining of the entire look, I want to complete the beauty portion of this video, which is going to be just darkness around my eyes. Using black eyeshadow. I'm actually first gonna lay down some primer, then a little bit of pink eyeshadow, and then black on top of that. Actually, maybe the poison didn't fully reach this side of her body yet. I'm gonna put some foundation on that side. Now that we've lightened up this side of our face, I'm actually going to keep this more of a brown tone smoky eye. First laying down an eyeshadow that's close to my skin tone, then laying down a lighter brown, darker brown, and eventually black. I'm then going to add some cat eyeliner to this eye and line both eyes. Using black body paint, I'm also going to add on some evil looking black eyebrows. I love evil eyebrows. I wish I could do my eyebrows like this all the time. I mean, I guess no one's stopping me from doing it. I am then going to go back to my alcohol-based palette into vein tone and create veins with a brush throughout my body. Chances are I'm also going to include some purple veins and a little bit of green ones. Because we've done zero shading, I'm just gonna take a little bit of black eyeshadow and just lightly put it right underneath some of these cracks. I'm then going to apply some fake eyelashes and pop my contacts in. I can already hear the comment section now. Lex, I agree with you. By the way, just so you know, this is a half blinder contact lens, so hopefully my lines are okay. I need to take a bite out of this apple. Oh my god. For YouTube. Okay. I'm still here. Ta-da! I'm sure you probably guessed that by the title that there was gonna be two characters in this. And since we've only gone through one character, that would imply I would still be here. Now that we know the answer to the question of, what would Snow White look like if she were evil? Also let me know in the comments what you think we should name our new Snow White. I was thinking Blood White. Blood. Maybe that's that might be a little too dark. Just Poison White. Poison White. Let me know your thoughts on that name. What would the evil queen look like if she were a good queen? So I already have my foundation on. I know, unfair. But I'm sure at this point you probably know how to rub a cream that matches your skin tone all over your face. And considering this evil queen is already, well, a human, we have a lot to work with. She's just overall not really a nice lady because she wants to poison us. And that's not nice. I'm first going to prime my eyes and then apply a natural skin tone right underneath my brow bones and apply purple eyeshadow to my lids. Step 1, whenever putting eyeshadow on your lids, go ahead and prime your eyelids. I'm then going to use an eyeshadow that's a little bit lighter than my natural skin tone. Obviously this will vary from person to person. And apply it underneath my brow bone as well as on my inner corner and pretty much everywhere except for my lid. I'm then going to apply an eyeshadow that's more of a pinky light purple tone and add it to my crease and a little bit on my lid, not necessarily meaning to get it on my lid. It's probably just gonna happen and it's not a big deal because it makes it easier to blend anyways. And before any of you are like, Lex, that is not pink purple, that is straight up pink. That's because it is. It's pink. It's a pink eyeshadow. I pulled an original YouTuber there when they're like, it's like a pinky sort of purpley kind of tone, sort of like a rose petal, kind of like violet sort of type of color. I just don't know what to call it, so we're gonna go with more of like a pinky purple type tone on the crease in a sweeping motion. That's for real though, what a lot of makeup YouTubers used to actually do back in my day. Now people are like, I'm applying the color Feels from the Naked Urban Decay Cherry palette available at. Once again, we have purple for real actual purple eyeshadow that's going to be applied to our lids via me. I don't know why I say that's going to be applied to our lids. Like the magical purple eyeshadow fairy is gonna come down, sprinkle her eyeshadow on my eyelids. Fairies, let your kids know when they ask you how good queens put their makeup on. Very nice. Sometimes less is more, in my opinion. I think I may leave underneath my eyes blank. I'm then going to apply a nice line of cat eyeliner on the top of my lids. While I would usually keep this a nice thin line, I actually am going to make it a little bit thicker because I do also still want to add nice long lashes to give a more princessy, full, fluttery effect. If you are brand new to my channel, welcome, and you will quickly learn that I like to make my eyebrows black, even though I have red hair. And even though I did fill them in using black body paint, I still wanted to feather them in because I didn't want them to be too harsh, even though they are straight up black. I'm then going to apply a reddish toned lipstick, like I said previously in prior videos, and probably earlier on in this video as well. I don't really like bright reds, so we're gonna go with more of a medium type red. I'm then going to apply a very nice but light, strong blush to my cheeks. I'm then going to apply some false lashes, and I also want to paint on a version of her necklace. Although I do like the matte lip and I do like the way that it looks, I really think that a glossy lip helps sell princess more. Switched into a tube top so I have room to paint. To paint her necklace, I'm first gonna put down some gray eyeshadow that will be the shading underneath the necklace itself. I know, looks like I've got a really, really weird collarbone going on. I'm then going to apply a circle of red body paint. And I've actually made the decision to make this into a gem, which might be a little difficult considering it is a circular shape, but I'm going to go in and use dark red eyeshadows just to create the shape of a stone. This is mainly going to be a mix of highlights and shading throughout the entire thing. Using the darker red body paint, I'm then going to shade it from one side only as if the light source is coming from over here. Now using a mix of red and white, I'm then going to highlight the stone. I wish I could give you guys more instructions than that, but honestly, I'm just highlighting and shading as I go along. How to professionally dry your necklaces. Using black eyeshadow, I'm just gonna deepen this shadow underneath a little bit because I know I'm gonna be surrounding this entire thing with gold. Using gold body paint, I'm then going to surround the entire necklace with gold. Mirror, mirror on the wall, bring joy to the kingdoms, both large and small. Yes, my queen. I request that all of the beauty be on both the inside and the out, of course. Thank you, magic mirror. I'll Windex you in the morning. I still look a little evil. It's the color scheme and probably my eye shape, to be honest. If you have more rounder, more deer-like eyes, you might be able to make this look a smidgen less evil. Or if you just talk like this, forever. I sound like a GPS. In 500 feet, turn left.